syncopated up a bit, but I always think it really, when I talk to people who are just new to the instrument, they always try and get them to get this particular thing going on. And you can it's the same thing as
Does your guitar player, when guitar players do this, do they do something similar?
but that's the problem, you see. When a guitar player tries to do that, it's actually quite difficult.
They don't have one now.
They don't have one, but I'll bet they know some.
There's loads of breaking
Yeah,
John
the
Boyle.
guitar lends itself more, I think, to swinging chords, you know. Whereas these tend to sound better, you know, when you kind of pick them and play a little. I don't know, they can work well as well with full chords, but they lend themselves to, you know, that drone, that double D thing does help, you know. Like there used to always be a song that we recommend to people when they were starting off, if they wanted to learn bouzouki. Remember Well Below the Valley?
Yeah, that was what.
It's down a planks, the album. It's really slow and it's just that kind of hypnotic over and over again, picked strum.
Great entrance
inroad,
into the
yeah,
whole-
into
the whole
that picking thing, you know. Like the Well Below the Valley is the name of the song and the album of the same name. Planksty, yeah.
I mean, anyone interested in these things, the best you can do is go back and get all the Planksty albums.
It's
That's
true.
what we did.
That's what we did, and they're still the.
In their day, we used to put them on. We'd have them on the old vinyl,
58s,
slow them
everyone's
down, and you'd be playing them in the wrong keys and everything.
So you use the double D tuning a lot because the majority of tunes that you're doing are in D, or does that
D or
lend
G
itself?
or A.
There's a lot of kind of, especially pipe music in Irish, in Ireland is, you know, it has a drone, the inner pipes, set to a D.
Well,
So
if you're
when-
playing in G, do you capo?
No, no.
You can play as G, and you can put capo there and do the same thing you've been doing in the open position. Just capo it there to get a G, do the same thing, you know. But you can play it open too.
A lot of the time, part of the fun is when you take what is basically, for me, would be an open A, but then you play another key in that. So you have to kind of modulate it, and you get quite strange relationships between these things then you do it that way. You had a question there?
So do both of those instruments have more sustain and that's why the drone works as opposed to a mandolin where you hit it and then it just stops?
Well, it's a very good point because mandolin would be within this family as well, but it's more the issue is the banjo. The banjo is quite often you hear people playing these instruments and mandolins, and you can tell that they're actually a banjo player rather than a mandolin or a bouzouki player, because the banjo has no sustain basically. The note dies the minute you hit it, so they have to be playing the next note very quickly out. So they end up with this really frantic pick thing going on, you know, which they need to do to keep the banjo going, you know. It needs to keep. But with these instruments, you can use the sustain, so you can actually get 3 or 4 notes out of a single pick.
And it's also the depth of body as well. The mandolin is a very shallow body, so it doesn't have sustain, really quick decay on it, you know, on the note. I mean, it's, you could cap on this here and it would be the same scale length and same pitch as the mandolin, because that's a full octave above, you know. But because the body depth is greater. right for single note things, but for chords, you know, it's very high up there. Yeah, it doesn't have the same effect as
Your lower
long
strings
scale.
are not tuned to octaves, are they?
No, there's
Do you do
tuned-
that? Do you do that sometimes?
Some people do. I never did. It sounds very nice if you know to have an octave. You know, G, a low G and a high G paired together, and the same with D. Not. I think after that it doesn't make sense. These two should be plain steel. But when you're playing heavy chords, then with that sort of thing, I did try it at one point, but it tends to push that lighter string out of pitch, so you end up it's always out of tune. You know, and it doesn't have the same volume either. You know, you've dropped down to two
Like
lighter
it's a big
strings.
punch. It's
Yeah.
really beautiful when it's just hit.
Yeah, but not this. It doesn't work in this band.